huh? We did a panel together. We talked about women and Purim. Two subjects that I think match nicely. Hey, Jews, what's up? Hell yeah, I'm pumped. I'm a Jew, clearly. Thank you, cheering for Jews in general. Excellent, that's what we're here to do. I'm a Jew in all of the ways, except for the one that counts, which is that I wasn't blessed with the breasts of our people. As you guys can clearly see, I was not gifted, with big old Jew tits, you guys know them. They're huge, right? Massive. Nothing sexual about them, right? Just sort of a functional pair, It's meant to feed a Polish village in the 30s, right? A lumbering set. And I don't have those. And I think it's because I did not have a bat mitzvah. So God, forgot to make me a woman, I suppose. You guys know what a bat mitzvah is. I don't have to get into that. In case there's like one single Christian person here, a bat mitzvah is a Jewish ceremony where you become a woman in the eyes of God and your cousin Eli. And we all have a cousin Eli, right? I didn't have one, so when God, our God, the real God, when he was going around doling out Jew tits to everybody, he passed over my house, and I got stuck with these anti-Semites, frankly. And that is the story of Passover, right? I don't have to tell you guys. We're all Jews here. We know the story of Passover. Can I talk about reality shows? I'll get back to Jew stuff, but we're okay with that. I've been feeling left out of pop culture recently because I don't watch reality shows. And it's not because I think that they're dumb or they're silly, okay? I'm proudly silly. My father is silly, and his father before him. We were kicked out of Poland in the early 1900s for being too silly. And also maybe for being Jewish. But I don't feel you can capture reality if people know they're being filmed, right? I think reality shows should just be footage from CCTV cameras. Right? A cool show, a silent show about two people fighting in an alley. That's awesome. Why do all reality shows have to be talkies these days, Let's get back to the silent picture. I would also watch a show about people who were unknowingly in the background of other people's videos. That sounds like an awesome show. And that would solve one of my huge issues with reality television. Which is that I fear that reality television makes stability look boring, and it makes chaos look thrilling. And I think people watch shows like these, and they may feel dissatisfied with their own lives, right? But if you were forced to watch a show about, 5 people trying to split the check at the end of a meal, you might find your own life a bit more exciting, right? That show, by the way, it's called Party of 5, okay? I have another show idea. It's called Whose Line Is It Anyway? Okay? It's a show about a group of fishermen whose lines are all tangled, right? And they're just trying to figure out whose line it is, Anyway, right? And that's a season-long arc, too. That's not one episode. 8 episodes of figuring out whose line it is. My other issue with reality shows is that they're bad for women. I don't think they're good for women. Not like just their portrayal. They largely portray women as crazy because they largely feature crazy women. But that's only because our crazy is marketable, okay? You can take the way in which women are typically crazy and you can package it and you can turn it into a little reality show, right? It's hard to do that for the way in which men are typically crazy. You know, that's why there is a show called Dance Moms, but there isn't a show called Hockey Dads. You know, that's a scary show. That's not a reality show, that's a true crime docuseries that I don't want to see, you know? It's hard to make reality shows about men, you know? I don't know if you guys remember, this was a crazy time in our history. There used to be a show called Wife Swap. Make some noise if you remember this. Okay. Fucking crazy. Two wives would swap households, and they would, like, parent each other's kids and corral each other's husbands. And the houses would be in, like, utter chaos for the week because there was different rules and different values, politics, whatever. If there was a show called Dad Swap, it would take a full week for anyone to realize that someone else's dad is in the house, you know? That's why reality shows are about crazy women. Men are either fucking killers or boring, you know? That was too far, you're right. I love men. I lost you there, that's valid. That's valid, I do love men. I don't know, I guess I'll talk about this. You guys seem fun, like gross, weird. Okay, I'm 32, my friends are becoming parents, a lot of them are parents already. And it's cool, it's fun to watch your peers like parent, and they're excellent at it. I do have a fear, just a general phobia, about millennial parenthood. I'm a millennial. And my fear is that, okay, do we have baby boomers in the crowd? Yeah. Okay, so here's my fear. My mom, she's a baby boomer, she had, you know, a big old bush, right? And I hope my mom's like friends are not here. I mean, but like what baby boomer didn't, you know? And there's something quite disciplinary about a bush, you know? A bush can enforce the rules, right? I don't feel like my friends' hairless vaginas can get the job done, you know? Like when I was a kid and I saw my mom's bush, I was like, you know, I'll do whatever you say, right? You're in charge here. But I don't know if like a Brazilian can ground a kid, right? These are real problems we're all dealing with in our society. Okay, I'll say one more thing and then I'll get out of here. I'll say one more thing. It's cool to be around a bunch of Jews. Presumably no anti-Semites here tonight. Except for Natalie. But I don't experience a lot of anti-Semitism, mostly because if I get like a whiff of anti-Semitism, I just lie and say I'm Christian. You know, hope there are no follow-up Christianity inquiries, you know. They're like, oh, you're Christian? Show us your baptism burn scar. I don't know what they do. I don't know what they do with their club. But I did have like an incident. This was a couple years ago now. It was an anti-Semitic incident while I was performing on stage. And I won't say where in Sault Ste. Marie it happened. But I was on stage talking about my Jew tits, whatever. And this guy in the crowd was like, bah, Jews, whatever. And I don't know why I engaged, but I was like, oh, you don't like Jews? And he goes, no. And then I found out afterwards he complained about me and wanted a refund. Okay, this is a true story. And first of all, my feeling about that is that guy got to go out that night and do the thing he loves, right? He got to be anti-Semitic, you know? He loves that, you know? And I gave him that. When's the last time that guy saw a Jew in person in Sault Ste. Marie that he really got to, live it up, be a real anti-Semite. I'm sure he thinks he's seen a Jew. It's like, yeah, I saw a Jew last week outside of my window. Beady eyes, hook nose, head that spins around like a demon. I'm like, firstly, sir, you saw an owl. Secondly, you want your money back? Who's the fucking Jew now, All right, I've been Laura Leibow. Thank you so much.